So what happens when an organization's leadership or a head of a department of an organization shows intent of welfare and happiness for the employees? This creates a tension amongst the employees, and they generate something like a hope that they will be in good hands if they follow the leader. What happens when there are actions taken by the leadership in direction of welfare and happiness of the employees? It creates immense respect for the leader or confidence in the leadership of the leader of the organization or the head of the department. But is that enough? Is that enough to ensure sustained trust of the employees so much so that they stick with the organization for a longer period of time, ensuring productivity on a sustainable basis and hence prosperity of the organization? There is more to it than just welfare and happiness being ensured by the leader. What is that? When there is welfare and happiness, it just ensures respect and confidence, like I just said. But with just respect and confidence, business cannot be run, my dear friends. It can run when the leader knows how the job is done. And there is one more beautiful angle of this in terms of relationship between the leader and the employees in this case. So let me just explain that bit by bit. When a leader understands what are the minimum basic skills required to run the business, to do the job assigned to the employees, there are specific technical aspects which are understood by the leader. He or she is able to gauge the pain of the employees, the effort made by the employees, and hence respect the employees' contribution to the organization. But not only that, he is also able to drive the organization or the department out from critical situations, machine troubles, conflict between the employees, technical issues arising in business or in market conditions. Bringing ideas to come out can only happen when the leader has the minimum basic skills of doing the job that is assigned to the employees. Let me give you an example from my own personal experience, something related to this. In my first job, after doing a little bit of training under the industrial engineering and operations research, I was transferred into the production department. And while I was undergoing training under a senior person, a supervisor who used to operate under the shifts, I had actually not one but two seniors who I would generally go to. Now these two seniors were coming from different backgrounds. One was a qualified engineer, a BTech holder, and the other was a diploma holder who had risen through the ranks over a period of time. Now there is one person who has got the theoretical and technical knowledge and has been directly hired at the level of supervisor, and the other person who has risen through the ranks. Now both of these two seniors brought some beautiful learnings for me. I could understand from the qualified engineer that the effort made by him to understand the skills of the technicians who were working under him were only possible when he actually put his hand into the machines, he worked on the machines, and he operated through the shifts the job that was done by technicians. Whereas the other senior of mine who had risen through the ranks had actually operated machines in his own days as a technician. So in both of these cases, the supervisors were able to establish confidence amongst the juniors because they had attained skills in their own beautiful methods. Now, method could be anything. The idea is to attain at least minimum basic skills so that they can understand what challenges the technicians or the people down the line are facing. This aspect, my dear friends, is called Kriti Shilpo. So, how welfare and happiness cannot be just the sole factor in establishing trust. There is a very simple logic to this. The employees also need to understand that although the leader is really thinking about me, is he or she really in a capacity to drive the business out from darker times, challenging times? That can only be possible if the leader is skilled enough. So, an intent of welfare and happiness and a skill to drive the business is what is required. So, for the leaders, I have a few reflection questions, which I wish to pass on, and I request you all to ask these questions to yourself. Am I aware of my team's motivation level before assigning tasks to them? Do I have the basic idea of skills required to do the job? Do I have enough plan to extract business out of my team's work? Is the work linked to my organization's primary business objective? Am I prepared or composed while handling any crisis? So I request you all to ask these questions to yourself before thinking or expecting the trust to come to you from your employee's side. I have a beautiful example from recent history which I will cover in the next episode, and this will give you enough idea about how a beautiful combination of these can ensure trust within the employees.